guys, welcome again, and this is the continuation of the previous video of OOPS programming. And in this video we're going to be talking about inheritance, so let's dive directly in. So we are starting with the example 1 here, and let's see, we have a class keyword here and a new class, parent class. So as I told you before, this init is a constructor, and we can define any variable in here that will be invoked automatically when you will create an instance of the class. So self.pname is equals to pname. So what it will do is that this pname, self.pname, but whenever you create the instance, then let's say p1 is the instance, so p1.pname is equals to pname, whatever you will enter there. So we have created a display method here. It's the same as the before what we learned in the previous class. So we have another class here is the same as that, but what we are going to do here is we are inheriting the parent class here in the Python. The syntax of the inheriting any class is you create a class child and you use parentheses, and inside those parentheses you use the name of the parent class. And okay, so I want to tell you one thing too. Parent class and child class also have some other names, like parent class also known as base class, superclass, and child class also known as subclass. So we are inheriting the parent class. That means all the methods, all this display name, everything, each and every variable will be accessible to the child class, to the instance of the child class. So here we're creating our own constructor. So here we have something new because we are using this pname here that is defined in the parent class. So you will understand why. So you can see that we have self.pname is equals to pname here, but why aren't we doing the same here, self.pname? Because we are inheriting this. If we create the same here, it's just creating the same variable in this class too. So we are inheriting this in our constructor, and in this constructor we are also going to call the constructor of the parent class, that is parent.in itself, and use that name of the variable that we're going to inherit. So then we create a display function, but as you can see here, the child name we are using self.name. Okay, it's relatively simple because self.name has been declared by us in the same constructor, but we are also going to use self.pname, which was initialized and declared in the parent class. So it is that simple. We are just inheriting the parent class, and we can use each and every method, each and every variable in the child class. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you by creating an instance here. So as you can see, child Mr. ABC here and ABC. Okay, this constructor takes two arguments. The first one is parent name, the another one is child name. So as you can see, Mr. Capital ABC is the parent name and the smaller ABC is the child name. And if we create this instance here, and if we use the display name function here, what it's going to do is child name ABC and parent name Mr. ABC. Okay, if you notice here, this display name and this display name is the same here. This is not the topic yet, but I'll tell you why there's a problem by using the same method name, and why it is beneficial for us. Everything has its advantages and disadvantages. So we are also going to make an instance for the parent class, so that just to see if it works fine. Okay, so parent name is Mr. XYZ, but as you can see that okay, we have parent Mr. XYZ. What if we create an instance here? If we use c1.displayName, it's going to show us ABC, Mr. ABC, because at the end of the day, this p1 and c1 has no connection. It's really headache. Okay, let's go with the example 2. It's gonna be real long. Okay, in the example 2, we're gonna be talking about, we have a father class here, class father. It's nothing different from the before. We are just using f name, f nose, and f smile. That is father name, father's nose, father smile. And we are going to display some characteristics here: father's name, father's nose, and father smile. We did the same with the mother, but okay, there is something different with the son class. We are inheriting two classes here, father class and mother class. I'm doing this because I want to tell you that okay, in this world, if there's a son or if there's a daughter, you know that we inherit something from our parents, and we're going to be talking about that in this class. So okay, we could create our own constructor here which have father's name, father knows. I mean, by inheriting you will have to inherit those all variables in your constructor of the child class. Okay, we are calling the constructor of both the class here, and now this becomes interesting here. We are displaying the characteristics of the son, and what we are going to do is we are going to print okay father's name, mother's name first, so that you can see okay we can call the variables of the other class too, as I showed you before. And we're going to we're going to print son's name, son's nose similar to, son's smile similar to. Okay, as we have given here parameter self.as.name, and the nose similar to mother's nose and the smile similar to father's smile. Okay, let's run these classes here. And if we create an instance here, we're bypassing the values Mr. Tom. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to pass these values here by seeing them. Okay, the first one is father's name, so first we pass the father's name, the second one is father's nose, then we pass the father's nose. So we write Tom smiles here because we have the father smile here, and so on as per these parameters. So first what we are going to do is we are going to display the characteristics of the son, as we have the display characteristic as. So what it's going to do, it's going to print all these statements here. First it will print father's name and mother's name, then it will print the characteristics of the son, like son's name, what is son name, it's Bob, and son's nose similar to Charlotte's nose, and son's smile similar to Tom's smile, that is his father. Tom is the father of Bob. So we are talking about inheritance here, and you can see that I have created this S1 instance of the son class, but as we have inherited both the father and mother classes, so we can use the methods of the mother class and father class too. As you can see, S1 dot display characteristics of mother, and we can see that output is a mother's characteristic, and the same with the father's characteristic. So I hope you understand everything here, and in the next video we're going to be talking about polymorphism, and this concludes everything here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.